What up? It's 92.9 WDUP, New London's home of timeless hip hop and R&B. It's your boy Mike Mitch Ill. Got a special guest checking in, man. International artist right here. We worldwide 929 over here, baby. We got Big Hookz, man. What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir, man. Thanks for having me, brother. How you doing, Mike?
I'm great, man. Thanks for checking in with us, man. CEO of Straight Team Entertainment. You got so much going on. He has the new track, Zero Competition. Tell us about that record.
Yeah, man. We're moving and shaking it. Moving and shaking it. Yeah, that record is called Zero Competition. It's featuring my homeboy from Houston, Texas, MK Ghost. He's from Cameroon, also an international artist, but he lives in Texas.
Right.
So it was produced by a big dope producer from Nigeria. He's called Executive Scott. So he works with Marvel Record. You know, those guys that work with Aerostar and the other young artists like Rayman, all of that. He produced for those guys.
Right.
So this song is coming out soon. I love it. I'm a piano Afro beat. Yeah, it's just me, going back to my heritage, tapping in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So speak about your heritage, man. Give everybody a background. You're in the States now, I believe. But tell like how your whole story got started.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Cameroon. Cameroon, that's west part of Africa, close to Nigeria. I was born and raised there. Then close to high school, I moved to Germany. And Germany, going to school there and doing music alongside as well. That's where I just started, building the whole movement. And then I was, managing artists as well in between. And, then I moved to the States at some point where, I came here to validate my music. I pick up some labor meetings. And they loving my voice. They love me on the hook line. And, it was just resonating like that. And I just took off from there. And I was doing hip hop, but I had to reinvent myself to do Afrobeat.
Man, what made you do that? What made you reinvent yourself from doing straight hip hop to Afrobeat?
Shout out to my boy, my former manager, Tito Grams. He's from New York. He was like, yo, Hookz, you got to tap in your background a little bit. So I was like, that's true. So I kind of started listening to the beat. I worked with some dope producer like Remo, the hitmaker. We were working in Quad Studio in New York. Started there, he made that beat. The beat that got me like a certified gold platinum plaque for that. It's called Ride With You, and another song featuring Egyptian. So I was listening to that, just vibing to it. Then it just came original, it was just so authentic. I was like, yeah, this is what I got to do, So I just kept doing that, and the fans just resonating. It just resonated to the fans, and they love it.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned you was out in Germany, man. What was that like musically? By the way, I big up Germany because we're online as well, so we got listeners out in Germany. We get the geo data. They big up Germany, man. They rock with us out there, man. Talk about the music scene out there.
It's good, man. They love a lot of hip hop there in Germany, and the Afrobeat is picking up too so drastically. Yeah. Shout out to all my German fans, man. I love you, man. Yeah. It's very glad in Deutschland sein. Ich muss ein bisschen Deutsch reden. I just speak a little German,
Okay, all right. So coming over to the States, so you were in the DMV for a while, or you still there?
Yeah. I'm still here in the DMV, but I'm between DMV and Miami. But I've been mostly in the DMV.
Talk about DMV influence on you musically, if any.
Oh yeah, we DMV will listen to a lot of go-go. That's the traditional culture, go-go music. But I like it. But we have a big hip hop scene here too. So some dope artists and a lot of Africans here too. So the Afrobeat is really dope here. They're resonating to the Afrobeat, and I got some good fans here, and they're supportive too as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So talk about some of your past projects, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been doing it for a while. You mentioned some big records you got with Egyptian, and talk about the success of that as well. But talk about some of your past work.
I dropped at the high point of my career when I had a dope accomplishment, like huge accomplishment was 2021, 2022. That's when I just switched to Afrobeat, and I dropped this project. It was called Visionary No Days Off. It's a mixture of Afrobeat and hip hop. So on that project, I had dope artists like Remo the Hitmaker, I had Egyptian, I had some other dope Afrobeat singers, and they have some rappers too, like Boogie Bird was on it. He's from Modern Inc. with Sound Modern Inc. and all that. And it was dope. Then that project got like 3 million streams and download within the first week on my Spotify and iTunes. So it gave me a huge buzz on that. Traction was huge. And the single with Egyptian, I charted #1 on European chart in, I think, December 2022. on that song, Break You Down, and one other song that Remo produced, which is Ride With You. Ride With Me. Yeah, Ride With You. I charted #1 for like 2 weeks in Belgium, Germany chart, and Turkey. Yeah, on iTunes chart. So that was dope. That was the hype of my career that I really loved. Then since then, I've just been pushing, just grinding hard, and just trying to take it to the next level.
Again, we're here with international artist, Big Hookz up ahead on 929 WDUP. So, yo,
already.
I mean, your songs are ringing off in different countries. Like, have you been able to perform in different countries and name some of the countries you've been able to perform and how you've been received?
Yes, I've been performing. Like last December, I went back home. I performed in my home country where I was born in Cameroon. It was dope. I've been then I went to Nigeria last 2 years. I performed there with some great artists out there. And the last year also I was on tour with Egyptian. We did like 15 cities in the state, and then out of the US as well. France, Holland. I couldn't make that one because I was going to Africa to go perform. Okay. But yeah, all of last year I was on tour with him, and I did some shows myself. And I have upcoming shows coming up out of the US in Sierra Leone. I'm going to Sierra Leone. I have a show there April 20th. So shout out to all my Sierra Leone, and I'm looking forward to that. Hey. Then I'm going back to Nigeria also sometime in end of May, beginning June. That needs to I'll confirm that on my PR soon.
Man, that's dope, man. Yeah. Yo, talk about American cities, man. Like name some of the cities you performed in America and upcoming shows, if any.
Oh yeah, I performed in DMV, in the DMV in DC. A couple of times. I'm always performing in DC because that's my area. Yeah. Miami, I did like 2 times with Egyptian. We did North Carolina region, Charlotte, Raleigh, all those areas. Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. That's also one of my big market right there. Vegas is big for me too. Yeah, and I have some show coming up. Some tour actually. They want some, mixture of international Afrobeat artists. So I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona. I think Cinco de Mayo. I think on the 5th. Yeah. With Dog Pound, you have Dog Pound, you have some other dope artists there. They're on tour actually. So they just initiate. Yes.
That's dope.
So I'll be there. I'll be all that weekend of Cinco de Mayo from the 3rd to the 5th of May.
Yeah. Also talk about some of your past collaborations, man. Like, did I read this right, man? Like, you got past joints with Styles P from the Locks. You got joints with Beanie Man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk about
Styles my boy, man. Yeah, Styles.
Yeah, big up Styles, man.
Yeah, big up Styles, big up the Locks, man.
Lord, love the Locks, man.
Yeah, so I have a song with Styles, and that's my former manager Tito Brown. Shout out to Tito. He plugged that in for me, and then me and Sai we had a good relationship, Wow. And I have a song with Egyptian that's popping. Me and Egyptian have more good relationship. Then I've worked also with Benny Man, Mike Jones back then. When I was just doing, I've worked with some big names, but that doesn't slow me down. I just learn from them, motivate me. Just keep going, because you just got to grind hard and take it up to a different level. So I just been going in and just be consistent and don't stop.
Yeah, I hear that. So yo, like name a couple of artists that you would love to collab with that you haven't got a chance to yet.
Oh yeah, from a hip hop side, since I still do hip hop sometimes, I would love to have some collabo with, let me say, Gucci Man from the South.
Doo-wop.
I love Gucci. Doo-wop, yeah. And then from Afrobeat, I would love to do collabo with I love this lady, Angelique Kidjo. She's a legend. She's from Benin. And I love Kofi Olomide. He does Hookz. He's from Congo. And then some other hip hop artists like, let me see. My style is in between the East Coast and the South. So I was growing up listening to Nas, Jay, and Jeezy. But Gucci, I just love Gucci because he's fully independent, and I love his hustle. And that's the route I've been doing. Yeah.
That kind of leads to my next question. Would you prefer to stay indie, or would you sign with a major? Like, what's your label situation?
I was signed before with Sonny for the one song that I have. I forgot to mention with Kevin Gates. Okay. I had a song with Kevin Gates, and I was signed on that song. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. But
Hey.
yeah,
Alright.
I kind of terminated that deal. It was like 3 months because they weren't meeting my pace where I was trying to head to. So
Yeah.
we came into agreement and stopped the deal. But right now I'm under contract with EQ on EQ Distro under Iraq Nation.
Mm-hmm.
They do my distribution. So, but I'm open to do partnership. Not that I really want to sign
Yeah.
with any label. So
Oh,
I'm just trying to work hard and get that leverage where I can partner with any major label.
did you mention Rock Nation? You like partnership with Rock Nation? Did I hear that right? I don't know.
Yeah. I
Okay.
got a
Yeah, that's
distro
dope.
with them, which is under the distro EQ distro, which is under Rock Nation.
That's dope. That's dope. So talk about you being the CEO, you know what I mean, Straight TM Entertainment. You know what I mean? Talk about like your own situation and how you enjoy being the CEO. Big dog on your own thing.
Yeah, man. I'm a DIY person. I like to do it myself.
Yeah.
But if any partnership opens, I'm very flexible to that. But
Mm-hmm.
I've always been the person that like to do, control my own goals, control my own timeline, and all that. It's been very challenging to be a CEO and then be an artist at the same time. But
Yeah.
they say if you don't challenge you, it won't change you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
So I just been working hard and just prioritize my goals and just seize the whole day, make sure I'm doing the things right,
Yeah.
and then also taking care of my family and the artists that are on that straight team.
Yeah. So also you produce as well.
No,
Talk
I
about
executive produce. I'm always in the
oh,
studio. Like,
okay. I didn't know if you was like actually dropping beats and all that. You know what I'm saying? All right, my bad. But all right, so as far as your music, talk about your creative process. Like, do you have your own team of producers? And then when you actually laying down songs, like you like to just kind of keep it kind of intimate pause, like just like you know what I mean, just you and a couple people, or do you like a party atmosphere? You know what I mean, kind of get a vibe. Like, what's your creative process when you're laying
it,
down
de-
tracks?
it depends. It depends sometimes. Like if I'm working late at night, I like to have people around me. But during the day, like, if I have my engineer in the studio, I just want to be, because it gave me focus, you
Yeah.
know. But sometimes if I'm just trying to do, because sometimes I don't write, I'll be in the studio just vibing, look for my kid. That's how that's how I go about creating the song. I'll listen to it, vibe to it, and just, try to find the cadence and the flow. And that's how I create a song. And I'm very good with the hook line. That's where my name came from, Big Hookz. So being in the studio, sometimes few guys, shout out to my man Southside, he's always there. That's my tour manager. And then sometimes I will invite like co-writers. I'm very open when it comes to Afrobeat. I use co-writers to listen to it. They can advise me to switch certain words the way I say it, just to keep that vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Most of my song I also validated for long. I send it to DJs, I send it to radio personnel to listen before I release. And I'm very open with that. I'm flexible to do revision of my song. I'm not too, a lot of artists don't, it's very emotional sometimes, creating process with the artists. The artists are too emotional sometimes. Since I've been a manager and I'm CEO of my company, I know how to find that balance, where just be flexible with the process and let people listen. Because at the end of the day, the audience is what determines if they're gonna like it. You might like a song, but people don't vibe with it. What you gonna do?
Yeah. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
like, was there any record you put out that you was like kind of like, it's not my favorite, but it was like probably one of your most successful records? You hear that all the time with certain artists. It's like their biggest record might
Facts,
be a record they do not like. You know what I'm saying? Like, has
facts,
that has
facts.
that happened to you at all?
Oh yeah, it happened with me. There was one song I had. It's called "Make It Millie." I'm balling like I make it. So it's hip hop song, balling like I make it. I didn't really like it when I did it because I didn't really write it. I didn't write the song. I was just vibing and then fit words to it. But they were rocking it. They had it on Power 105. It was on iHeartRadio across the country. And yeah, that's a song
Big
that
Hook's a
make me,
big deal.
yeah, it made me popular somehow.
Yeah.
DJs were rocking to it because it was more of a party vibe. But yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah. Yo, how you been handling the stardom or the attention you been getting? All right, you set out to do, what I mean, your thing, whatever, but then you got elevated and got to do big records with big names, you got put on big platforms.
Right.
How you been handling that? Like, work-life balance, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you still got to tend to your family and stuff like that. Kind of talk about, how you handle that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was trying to find a balance, when it all require preparation, planning, taking action, execute. You need to prepare properly. if to get that time management, that's how I go about it, because I have a son, and I always make sure that I'm involved in his life, and it's not easy running business and being an artist at the same time. So you need to find a balance, which is more about preparing and prioritize, your goals, prioritize, what you got to do that day. So I'm always on point with that. So I make sure that I prioritize where I'm headed to each day, what I'm doing. And also, I'm very open to change. We don't like change. Human being, we don't like change. So I like to, I like to, embrace change. That way, help me, to get my shareholder value as myself.
Yeah.
That's why they say change equal opportunity. So, which is called CEO, CEO, change equal opportunity.
Oh,
So,
I see.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
I embrace that a lot.
yeah. So like, yo, as a rapper, like, who was your some like? Describe your sound as a rapper. Like, we got the Afro beats, and those are the ones that's taking off. But like, as far as like, when you're in your rap bag, and then like your musical approach, with like the Afro beats, yeah, it's more set to be collaborative and everything. But like in rap, at least in America, it's like, all right, yo, you got it. All your bars got to be you. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, correct.
How do you handle that contrast?
You mean like in the terms of like rapping,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just your approach between all right, when you rapping, or you're gonna go Afro beats with it.
The contrast, you mean? Oh man, that's a challenging thing, But that's
Yeah,
like I said before, if you don't challenge it, won't change you. So I'm very
right.
versatile. I'm very, very versatile when it comes to that. I can switch from rapping and go to Afro beat anytime because of that versatility, and it takes hard work and of me putting in having that experience as well, being in the industry for a while, so I can switch with my versatility from hip hop to Afrobeat, and then rapping too. For me, I listen to beat and I kind of just be hearing the flow or the cadence coming very quick in my head.
Yeah,
So that's how I write my raps. Like then I would do gibberish and then write my lyrics after, get the words
yeah.
after. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Afro beats, it's not quite reggae, but like back in the '90s, whatever, like reggae and hip hop was like one and
Mm-hmm.
the same. And I feel like Afro beats and hip hop pretty much one and the same now. You know what I mean? There's a difference, of course, but you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
still underneath,
Yeah.
like just sonically, it sounds like on par with each other in certain instances and everything like that. So
Right.
do you ever kind of fuse, your rapping with your Afro beats bag? So it might be an Afro beats track, and then I want to go in my old rapping bag and throw a verse on there like that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I always,
Okay.
fuse that too. Like if you listen to the song I told you that got me a plaque, the Ride With You that produced by Remo.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Afro beat, but it's like little hip hop and
Right.
R&B.
Yeah.
So that's why Remo is on the hook line, and I was rapping actually. I was singing rapping. It's like singing rapping.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm bringing the Afro vibe in it, with the lingo and all that. Certain words I would say, which is not like English, but it's a broken English. So
Yeah.
even the song I have with Egyptian, the break, love you down. That is a little bit of Afro Caribbean R&B. Just infuse both genre just to get that flavor, to create that bridge between great Caribbean artist and American singer like Remo is on the hook line. Then I'm African, so
Mm-hmm.
to just blend everything together. That's why people just rock into it.
Yeah, man. Yo, we here with international star Big Hookz, man. Anything else you want to say to people? Give everybody your info, how they can stay in touch with you, social medias and everything like that. Any upcoming projects. I'm gonna cue up your record, you know what I mean? And we're gonna play right after you, let everybody know what it is I
Right, right. I want to tell every upcoming artist, man, stay grinding. Don't give up, man. Believe in yourself and invest in yourself, man. Stay working hard. And you can follow me on all social media platforms, which is Big Hookz, BIGHOOKZ, on Instagram, Google. Just Google me on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. And then, yeah, I got a project coming up. I got the single is dropping in a few days. It's called Zero Competition. I got an album I'm looking forward to drop sometime in June. It's an Afrobeat album and a hip hop EP that I'm gonna drop like summertime. You know, that's fully hip hop and mixture of Afrobeat as well. So look forward to that. I want to thank everybody, anybody listening. Stay blessed and, you know, stay focused, man.
Yo, if they want to get down with the straight team ENT, man, how can they get at you? Are you looking for new artists?
I'm open to, man, any artist that's serious. And I forgot to tell you, I have a book that I wrote. And this book is about my journey, you know, just,
oh, wow.
you know,
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
It's called From the Music to the Money. I wrote that book. It's just about my journey. Me sharing my experience being an independent artist and being signed also back then with the major label. How, you know, how I came about me doing my thing, how I created my brand, my style. Watch out for scammers, watch out for people that, you know, this business, a lot of dishonesty, people that, so it's all in my book. If you want to find that, go find it on Amazon or Kindle. It's called From the Music to the Money. Shout out to the guy that, you know, put it together, you know, and I'm so happy that I have that book because it's been out now for like a year and a half, you know.
Oh, that's fire. You got you got an audio version of it, audio book of it?
No, that's what I think I'm probably gonna do it later on.
Yeah, no, I just wish like I wish like a lot of like you write a whole book, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, boom, I finally got the book done. But I just when people on the move, you know what I'm saying, I feel audio books are so great, you know what I mean? Because people on the move, such as myself, I'm always on the go. I just can't sit there with a book as much as I would like to. But
I know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But like, all right, I always ask my artists this, and I'm slipping. Outside of music, what else you got going on? All right, so you're an author, you got your book out, you know what I'm saying? What else you got going on outside of music?
Oh yeah, I collaborate with I got my own liquor, which is called Touch Vodka.
Oh, you gotta send that over here. You gotta send it over here, bro.
Oh yeah, I got you, man.
That. I get Richard D. You heard that? I know what you mean.
I know, hit him up. Yeah, hit him up. I got you. Yeah, shout out to Touch Vodka, man. Fat Dogs. I partner with them, you know, I'm like a brand ambassador, but I got a shareholder there with them. But, you know, it's doing where the love is, you know. We have license across the country, not all states. In Florida, and we don't have a license here in the DC area, but, you know, I've been trying to push that with the team. So hopefully we're going to get the license to distribute all over the United States.
Hey, I mean, you say you from like DMV down to Miami, and I love Miami. You know, I go down to Miami as much as I can. You know,
I can tell, man. Your vibe just. I know you like Miami. Yeah, I can tell your vibe.
I'm Miami Heat fan. I'm down there. Like everybody know me up here. Yo, know every chance I get, I'm going to Miami. But yo,
right?
All right, you ever venture up north of DMV? Like you up to like the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut?
Yeah,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. I'm always in New York though. I'm in
New
Jersey all the time. I got my people out there. Yeah, I got people's out.
So, yo, as far as the Zero Competition record though, we gonna, you know what I mean, get into that. Like, yo, you got a visual dropping? Or
I'm working. I'm planning to do a visual first. Probably we're gonna do like a visualizer because we need to put that out ASAP. So, but I'm planning to do a video sometime next month, April. Yeah.
I bet, man. So, yo, Big Hookz, man, my dog, man. Pleasure to have you on. We gonna get to your record right now. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. Shout out to Amazing Book for putting that book together. Amazing book, man. Shout out to them, and shout out to you, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, man. Nah, likewise, man. It's a pleasure, man. Again, whenever you got a new record, new thing you need to push, tune back in with us, man. It's nothing but love up here, bro.
No doubt. Thank you.